Asky fans, welcome back to another episode of
The Asky Show.
So tonight, as you all may have seen, Miami versus Boston. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. And as you can see, we are Heat fans. And the anticipation to this game was unreal. I'm over there at work. All I was thinking about was the game, getting ready. My son, he was at school, trying to get through all of his classwork to be able to watch the game, and it finally gets here. And did the game disappoint?
Kind of.
I think not. It was anything and everything happened in this game. From opening tap, we had Boston came out on fire. Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, them two guys seemed like they couldn't miss anything in that first quarter. The Miami Heat struggled. They fought back a little bit by the end of the first quarter, but the second quarter,
the Heat were coming up.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the beginning? What did you think about the first quarter? And if y'all didn't already know, the Heat won by 3 in overtime, 117 to 114. So, what did you think about that first quarter?
I think, like when Miami played the Milwaukee Bucks, they shot threes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they were shooting some threes and they missed them. But I think this game, they did better. And also, I think in the first quarter, the Heat were starting out pretty good. And then the Boston just like, whoop, and they're like smashing them. And then in the second quarter, the Heat were coming behind them. They tied, and then the Boston made score, and then it just kept going on.
Yeah, they were battling the whole way. Mm-hmm. Well, at halftime, they were both tied. So going into the third, Boston, Miami, they're still going at it. Jimmy Butler, he had himself a quiet game, but really in that first half was Goran Dragic. He was the guy that was making great plays, great passes, scoring. He's been in the league for a while, but he definitely showed his veteran savvy, ball handles, and he's a lefty. So I feel like he had it going, and if it wasn't for him, we would have definitely been out of we would have been out of it in that first half. So going into the second half, we had way more production with Robinson because he was in foul trouble in the first half. He had 3 quick fouls, so he had to sit. He made a few threes. Tyler Hero, he made a couple, but I feel like they were way more aggressive going to the basket this time. Because you remember in the Milwaukee series, they were settling for 3-pointers. They didn't want to take what the defense gave them. So you gotta draw fouls. It's a playoffs. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get banged up. Now the refs, I'm gonna let you know right now. The refs I felt like they wanted the Celtics to win just by some of the ticky-tack fouls that they were calling. But I mean, hey,
that's life.
It is what it is. But Miami, they did very well in that third quarter. Fourth quarter comes around, they get down. They were down by about 13 points, and then they ended up coming back to cut it down to 10. And then after that, Bam Adebayo, Goran Dragic, Jimmy Butler became more assertive. Jay Crowder. On the last episode, we were saying that Jay Crowder was missing some key threes or taking ill-advised shots. In the Milwaukee series, he stepped up big. He stepped up huge. Remember that block that he made on Kemba Walker towards the end of the game? Kemba, he's shaking, baking, trying to break ankles. He goes left and then he goes right. He goes up. blocked by Crowder. So that was a huge stop late in the game. So, I mean, I think Jay Crowder, that was probably one of his best games that he's had. But, you know, the Miami Heat are up by one very late with only a few minutes in the fourth quarter. And they ended up calling a foul on they got a foul on
10 hours later.
Jones Jr. So it was late in the fourth quarter with a few minutes left, and Derrick Jones gets called for a foul when Marcus Smart was pushed in his way. He almost kind of ran over him, but hey, very questionable call. So since the ball wasn't in bounds yet, the Celtics were able to get a free throw and the ball, so it was tied up. It comes down to Jason Tatum. He's shaking, he's baking on the left side of the 3-point line, and that's whenever he shoots it, barely misses a three. We go in overtime. So, in overtime, what did you think about that defensive stance right there? You think they did a great job in the fourth quarter to make it to go to overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, who do you think in overtime really took over the game?
I think the Heat.
Yeah, but who?
I think it was Jimmy Butler and Hero.
Yeah, them two. Yeah, I think they did, but also Bam. Whenever it came down to the overtime, all right, I'll go ahead and let you tell them what happened towards the end of the game.
All right, so the Celtics had the ball. They were going to the rim. He was gonna do a dunk, and then Bam was like, and then the ball was like barely his fingertips, like, and then he's like, no.
It almost reminded me of that Kawhi Leonard middle finger block. Oh man, it's crazy. Like, that was honestly probably the most exciting games that I can remember the Heat having since my boy Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, the Heatles were still playing at the American Airlines Center. So, yeah, it was a great feeling for sure. So, 117 to 114, that was a hard-fought win, but our initial reaction was just shocked. Like, we were just like, man, this is awesome. They're playing hard. I was pretty ticked off at the refs, late in the game. But all in all, ball never lies. And we're on to game 2, baby. Game 2. So now we have the LA Clippers and the Nuggets right now. They're actually in game. The LA Clippers are up 41-34 right now. Let me see what they got going on. So, let's see. Yeah, Kawhi, he's got 12 points. Montrezl Harrell has 12. Morris Sr., he's got 7. Lou Will, he's got 4. So, let me see. What else? Where's Paul George? Paul George, he has 7. So, I mean, now it's 52-56. LA Clippers. So, 32 seconds left in the half. That one is going to be a nail-biter all the way through. I picked LA to go to the finals at the beginning of the season. I'm going to stick with my pick. Now, would I be surprised if the Nuggets won?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But then again, I'm kind of like, I don't know. The Nuggets have been fighting a lot this season. So,
kind of like the Heat.
Exactly. Scrappy team. They're not going to give up no matter how much. They've been down 15 points and have come back to win. Did you know that? Multiple times, multiple games. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. It's going to be a nail-biter all the way to the end.
I think the Clippers are going to win.
You think so? Why do you think that?
Because they have good people and they're kind of up.
Just because they're up right now by 2 points?
Yeah, like kind of.
So you got a little bit more belief in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, they just went into halftime, 56-54. So I guess we'll see later on this evening if who's going to prevail on that series. Because Lakers are right now resting peacefully in their their presidential suites. I saw how they had LeBron's suite earlier today. It's like a whole floor condo. It's huge. So I know they're relaxing, so getting ready. Because whoever comes out of this series right here to go to the Western Conference Finals, now that's really going to be a dog fight. You agree? You ready to see LeBron go against Kawhi if that's the case tonight?
Yep.
All right. So I guess you have to wait till next episode to see who we pick out of the Nuggets and the LA Clippers. Either one of them that comes out of this round to face the Lakers. But so don't let them know what your pick is yet to go to the finals, right?
Okay.
All right.
And also, on the Heat, when the Heat were playing the Celtics, Jimmy Butler had the ball. He went to dunk it, and then he was like, that was another good move.
What about the one in the corner? Whenever he had pressure on him.
That was a good one.
The 3-pointer? How did he look? How did he do it? The follow through. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one. But all right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it. Just please, if you can, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below who you think is gonna win out of the LA Clippers or the Nuggets. Okay, and let's see. And if you think that, and tell me why you think that. And then we can go ahead and discuss that in the comments down below. So we'll have our Twitter at Oski Show down below and our Instagram, The Oski Show. All right.
That's pretty much it.
Yep, that's it. So y'all have a good night and peace.